Yeah, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Okay. Today we're out here again, you know, letting wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, not from me. Okay. Okay. First stem, then we younger brothers, of course. Okay. So double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. All praises to YAHAWAH, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Shalawam to the one-third Israelites. Okay. You can read Zechariah 13:8, which are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as bloodline, who are still pressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33. But to whom soleil pertained or belong the adoption, the glory, the covenants, the giving of the law, the service of God, and the promises, according to the book of Romans chapter 9 verse 4. Okay, Ecclesiastes 10:7. I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, just in case you don't know. So today we want to talk about we will basically read, okay, about chapter 18 again. Book of Job, chapter 18. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite, okay, because we stopped around, around that chapter, so we will just start right here, okay. How long will it be ere ye make an end of words, Mark, and afterwards we will speak? Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed vile in your sight? He tireth himself, and his angel shall the earth be forsaken for thee, and shall the rock be removed out of his place. Yet the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straitened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he worketh upon a snare. The chin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Yeah, Khan, you have that right now, even actually, happening. Okay. Okay. The so-called West is basically attacked on every side. Okay. His strength shall be, okay, where, ESAU, EDOM, okay, his main chief place is in the West, okay, America first and foremost, the 10 horns, man, also, okay, Verse 12, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Okay. The beast with the 7 heads and the 10 horns in the book of Revelation, right? So the West, is where Esau, Edom's chief places are. Okay. Verse 13, it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His wood shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. he shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. Okay, you have these stores, I don't know, in Hollywood, I believe. Okay, you have these wannabes on the ground as a star with their name written on it. Okay, the exact opposite will be the case. Okay. Okay. The last will be the first, if you don't know. Okay. He shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God. Then Job answered and said, How long will ye vex my soul and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times have ye reproached me. Ye are not ashamed that ye make yourself strange to me. And be it indeed that I have erred, mine error remaineth with myself. If indeed ye will magnify yourselves against me and plead against me my reproach. Know now that God had overthrown me and had compassed me with his net. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not healed. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. He that fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he had set darkness in my paths. He had stripped me of my glory and taken the crown of my head. He had destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and mine hope had he removed like a tree. He had also kindled his wrath against me, and he counted me unto him as one of his enemies. His troops come together and raise up their way against me. Okay, so remember when we was reading the book of Job first time, okay, in the camp session. So now we basically repeating, like I said, we try to understand the book of Job. You know, it's not like Job is my favorite prophet or something like that. Okay, don't think that, please. Okay, anyway, I don't say that, so there's no reason to think that. Okay. But I think the book of Job is difficult to understand, so that's why we want to repeat it. And you know, we have a lot of other prophets in the future to come, and maybe the book of Job will be not so not so not so often anymore then. Okay, because we already had it 2 times, so we will see. But most likely, you know, the book of Job, we can leave it then. Okay, when we finish the second time yet. So really, you know, it really doesn't matter so much, because you know, if we read it now more, then later we have to read the others more, right? So it's all balanced. And raise up their way against me, and encamped round about my tabernacle. He had put my brethren far from me, and my acquaintance are verily estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in my house, and my maids count before a stranger. I am an alien in their sight. I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My bread is strange to my wife. Dog I entreated for the children's sake of my own body. Yea, young children despised me, I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. My bone cleaved to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Yeah, Carmen, you know, my bone cleaved to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. You know, brothers may be in bad situations, you know, things like that, you know, and, you know, of course, you can't give Satan the fault for everything, okay, but remember that it can happen to everybody, okay? You have, you know, for example, you lose your flat or something, can happen to you, even if you righteous, of course, okay? Just like you can die if you're righteous also, okay? Can a righteous man be an elect even when he dies in this latter days? Of course, okay. It's not like you know, this is some strange thing to us anyway. Okay. Remember, YAHAWASHI said, you know, for example, roughly paraphrasing, okay, Have I not said ye are gods, but ye shall die like men, you know, for example. Okay. Chapter 19. Then Job answered and said, how long will ye vex my soul and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times have ye reproached me, and ye are not ashamed that ye make yourself strange to me, and it be indeed that I have erred, my error remaineth with myself. If indeed ye will magnify yourselves against me and plead against me my reproach, no, now that God had overthrown me and had compassed me with his net, behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. He that fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he had set darkness in my paths. He had stripped me of my glory and taken the crown from my head. He had destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and my hope had he removed like a tree. He had also kindled his wrath against me, and he counted me unto him as one of his enemies. His troops come together and raise up their way against me, and encamped round about my tabernacle. He had put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintance are rarely estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. Familiar friends. They that dwell in mine house, and my mates count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight. I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I treated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife. Dogged I entreated for the children's sake of mine own body. Young children despised me. I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. I think you say breathe, right? You know, if you're breathing air, you know, I think it's breathe, not like you can say, I believe both ways, breath or breathe, but I believe breathe is the more common way. I don't know. What's the laughing for that? Verse 21. Have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of God hath touched me. Why do ye persecute me as God, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were not now written, oh, that they were printed in a book, that they were graven with an iron pen, and lead in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Okay, which, like we know, not just the apostles, you know, really all the prophets desired the day, the days which we're in right now. You see, so the days which we're in right now are these latter days where, you know, the Son of Man, you know, will come back in his glory. Okay, and basically he comes for all the elect. Okay, it doesn't matter in the past or now. Okay, really all the elect will be together then, man. Okay, and you know, we will also know who is who in the reincarnation and all these things, you know, from which we don't know. We know it from, you know, we know it from certain men, but we don't know it from everybody, of course, and soon we will know these things. Verse 21, have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of God hath touched me. Why do you persecute me as God, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were not now written, Verse 26, and dogged after my skin worms destroy this body. Yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another dog. My wings be consumed within me. What you should say, why persecute we him, seeing the word of the matter is found in me? Be ye afraid of this word, for wrath bringeth the punishments of this word, that ye may know there is a judgment. Okay. And I believe we even started because we was reading Jeremiah or so. No, not Jeremiah. But we was reading, and then we went to the book of Job. Okay. And then, you know, basically I myself had to study it more after we was reading the book of Job, and then I figured out maybe it's a good idea to read it a second time at camp. And, you know, hopefully, you know, not just me, but also the viewer can, yeah, understand it better. Okay. Chapter 20. Then answered Zophar the Naamathite and said, therefore do my dogs cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causeth me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Doth his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the pure, and his hands shall restore their goods. His bones are full of sin of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Dogged wickedness be sweet in his mouth, dogged he hide it under his tongue. Dogged he spare it, and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth. Yet his meat in his bowels is turned, it is the gall of asp within him. He had swallowed down witches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly. He shall suck the poison of asp, the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he had oppressed and had forsaken the pure, because he had violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Okay, so you know, you can go into the Elders and Apostles breakdown to that topic. Okay, but we know that first and foremost, okay, and foremost, this is talking about ESAU, EDOM, okay, in these last days. Okay, you know, they see it coming. You know, they see that there's something you know, heating up over there. You know, you have both cases. You know, that Ukraine, Russia, and that yeah, Israel, and you know, and Palestine thing. You know, which really started 1948. Okay, or earlier even. You know, like I found out. But you know, you really have to be bugged out in your head somewhat, okay, if you believe that, you know, all these things, you know, they all of a sudden stop, you know, and there's peace everywhere all of a sudden again, okay? Doesn't make sense, okay? Because even if and we will continue reading, but even if the war going on with all these weapons and things like that would stop, okay, even if these things would stop, okay, the mass shootings, and you know, these rocket shootings and things like that, okay, missile shootings, even then there would still be a what is it called, um, division, okay, among those nations, because Russia would still be not satisfied, uh, or the West satisfied with Russia, and Russia with the West, China with the West, and the West with China. Okay, it doesn't matter how you put it. Okay, all these nations sooner or later found out, actually, to this point already. Okay, that they are not like us. Okay, they are Satanists over here in the West, things like that. They are wicked. Basically you have the physical counterpart of Satan, okay, like I said, in his chief places, doing his thing, okay, doing his thing, like he's the real nigger, man, okay, of course he is. So, people see that, these heathen nations are not stupid, okay, you have to also remind yourself of the fact that they are not from the family tree, okay, which our brother E comes from, okay. They are a completely different lineage, okay, and they think different, okay. They have different cultures, different things, okay. So, of course they're not like us, and also not E. That doesn't mean that they are super different, but at least they have their own culture, their own understanding of life in some point, in some extension, and they don't want to have these Satanists, okay, to the way where they will destroy them, you know. They also have their pride in some way, okay, you know. They also have their understanding of life and things like that, okay. So they don't. Of course, we know through prophecy, in the end, they will all come together to some extent, to fight really, the elect that are under YAHAWASHI, under first comes, the Hebrew woman and child, one-third elect. Then comes the 144,000 elect men, okay. Then comes YAHAWASHI, King David, I mean, okay. And then comes YAHAWASHI, and then comes Yahweh, the creator of the universe himself, okay. So what they're gonna do is, okay, they will do everything, okay, to basically, they can do something against Yahweh, Bashem, Yahawashi, right? But they can come against the elect, and all that, okay, you know, the angels of Satan fought against the angels, of the right hand side of Yahweh, okay. So these UAPs are on their way, man, okay, and Esau trying to fight them, okay, which you have no chance against the UAPs, man, okay. Verse 23, okay, one of my favorite verses, of course, okay. When he is about to fill his belly, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, okay. That is talking about these missiles, okay. You have the main destruction in America, okay. You can read that America will be like a desert, okay. And this is E right here, okay. These elites in some extent, because they have their bunkers, of course, but not all is counted as worthy to go into these bunkers by the elites, who have even more money than them, and then they will say, oh, you can come with us, but in the end, these snakes, they will be lying to each other, man, okay. If you don't believe, if you're one of these um, Edomites, okay, they lie to each other all day. So why not in this situation also, you know? So they can have more food, you know, what they have in their bunker, you know, and then they say, oh, you're not allowed to come here, you know, or they just kill that person, and you know, you never see him again or her. Okay, so that is how these people are. You have to consider. Okay, that is actually how these people are. So you know, many rich people who think that they are rich, okay, or rich enough, okay, will not be counted as such, and will be left, okay, and fulfilling this prophecy, okay. But of course, you know, first and foremost, Yahweh Hashem YAHAWASHI, you know, there are these first fruits of slavery, and these are the most riches, you know, if you understand, you know, because some, you know, brothers will get them out of these bunkers, okay, with spiritual powers and things like that soon, man, okay. You know, so again, someone has to fulfill these prophecies, and you know, so let's continue. And verse 24 even talks about that. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him too. Okay. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his skull. Terrors are upon him. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. Okay. And you know, you see on, for example, TikTok, okay, you see these jokes where they, you know, you have Kim Jong, is it Kim Jong Un? No, not Kim Jong Un, Salahia. But also, first, you know, these governors, you know, for example, Putin, okay, with the joke with the wet bottom on the table, you know, he just has to press that button and then the nukes go, you know. This is not so funny, okay? This is not so funny because it will actually happen, okay? That these nukes will be shot at America really soon, and then it's not so funny anymore, okay? Which it never is. It never was funny, but of course, you know, even you as a hopeful elect, if you see that, you know, scrolling on TikTok, of course, you somewhat you start to laugh, okay? But really, it's not funny, you know? It's not funny. Scripture talks about the tongue shall be consumed in their mouth while they stand on their feet. Roughly paraphrasing, okay? Okay. And then you have to think about the radiation and all that it comes with these nukes, okay? The heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. Chapter 21. But Job answered and said, Hear diligently my speak, and let this be your consolations. Suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on. As for me, is my complaint to man, and if it were so, why should not my spirit be troubled? Mark me, and be astonished, and lay your hand upon your mouth. Even when I remembered, I am afraid, and trembling taketh hold of my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live? Become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the word of God upon them. Their bull gendereth and faileth not, their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. You know, Scripture talks about that. They give their substance. I don't know where exactly, but they give their substance to their children, things like that. Okay, you know, it's a good topic to speak on. You know, really that, you know, really they have no afflictions like Jake in this earth, but they starting to feel it, man. Okay, they starting to feel it. Okay, watch these. Maybe I can put it in the description box. Okay, if you allowed, Akyam. Okay, I will put out my phone real quick, and I just do my notes because I have it on in my playlist liked videos, and Esau is feeling the curses, with these things getting more expensive. Okay, so I put it in the description box. Okay, he is feeling it. Also, like that one dude who said, and I will put that video exactly that in the comment board, in the description box. I mean, he is making, I don't know what exactly he said, but how what amount, but he said basically he earns a lot of money at his job, right? But guess what? He even feels broke, and you better believe he's Esau, you know, he has that. He looks like he has that spirit of Esau on him. So most likely he is Esau. Okay, and that is how it basically goes over to these dudes, man. Okay, so right now it's not so much it's not so much of that burger, like I said last camp session. Not so much of that burger left, not so much of that substance left, you know you can argue, yes, it's left, but it goes to the more richer people. So basically, it's just the middle class, if you want to call it like that, and the upper middle class, that feels it now, because really the rich people get more rich, and the lower get more, that is, now they feel like we always feel, how Jake always is, now they see how we basically going to every day, man. Like the scripture says, the judgment starts after with us Israelites. Okay, so remember and imagine how much more these heathens will catch it, man. Okay, like, it's not they don't deserve it. Okay, just because all this time passed, from all that slavery and torture stuff, what we went through. Okay, it's not like to the time that passed, that all this is all of a sudden, somehow forgotten. Okay, you see. It's not like that, okay? Because they had the choice back then, okay? They had the choice, you know. Verse 6, even when I remember, I am afraid, and trembling taketh hold of on my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Okay, it's the same thing you can say about the elect in the kingdom, okay, or about Israel in the kingdom, okay. The exact opposite, okay, but of course in a most different fashion, okay. Verse 9, their houses are safe from fear, neither is the word of God upon them. Their bull gendered and faileth not, their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. Okay, that's how you also know that Job is not actually a Edomite, okay? Because I heard a brother that some may even argue that, okay? Because he saw that, okay, that the Israelites are oppressed, things like that, and he himself, man, eventually, you know, uh, 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 he himself eventually, his whole life, of course, was in that same spirit what an Israelite usually is in, man. You see? So I read it again. Their bull gendered and faileth not, their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. They send forth little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment they go down to the grave. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty that we should, you know? Because Job was righteous, you know. Serve him. And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand, the counsel of the wicked is far from me. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? God distributed sorrows in his anger. Oh, I just want to add that I have actually no favorite prophet, okay? Because really I don't see a reason for someone to have a favorite prophet, okay? You know, I think it's not needed, it's not important, okay? We are concerned about important things, okay? You know, just if you may wonder, Khan. You know, I have favorite plants, I have favorite, I don't know, favorite, you know, for example, Porter's taste when it comes to women is different, okay? You know, such things, okay, but not unimportant things like that, okay? Maybe maybe for you it is important, okay? I don't say that, okay? But for me, I don't, you know, I don't need to have a favorite prophet or something, you know. I like all, you know. I love all, you know. Okay. They are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carried away. God laid up his iniquity for his children, he rewarded him, and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. For what pleasure had he in his house after him, when the number of his month is cut off in the midst? Shall any, verse 22, teach God knowledge, seeing he judgeth those that are high? One dieth in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. His breasts are full of milk, and his... Salaka just checking something real quick. Stubble before the wind was at pleasure had he in his house after him. Verse 23. Again, one died in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. His breasts are full of milk, and his bones are moistened with marrow. And another died in his bitterness of his soul, and never eateth with pleasure. They shall lie down alike in the dust, and the worms shall cover them. Behold, I know your dogs, and the devices which you wrongfully imagine against me. For ye say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have ye not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens? That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction, they shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he had done? Yet shall he be brought to the grave, and shall remain in the tomb. The clods of the valley shall be sweet unto him, and every man shall draw after him, as there are innumerable before him. How then comfort ye me in vain, seeing in your answers there remaineth falsehood? Done. Still recording, I guess. Yeah. Can't. So real quick, I have to, you know, check my nose. You know, the nose is always running outside. I don't know. Maybe I have to go to the doctor for that. You know, but the scripture talks about Yahawah is our doctor. You know, and really, I think it's. few months, and then it will maybe go away, and you know. But the weather here in Germany is really, you know, strange. Sometimes it's you know, sometimes you have wind. Alles gut, danke, danke. Sometimes wind, sometimes rain, sometimes cold, hot, all together. Ja, eigentlich schon, gell?
Ja, dann das Wind wegjagen. Ja, genau so.
You know, put some stones on my pictures, printed pictures. Forgot it because it was not so much wind before then. So let's continue. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, Can a man be profitable unto God, as he that is wise may be profitable unto himself? Is it any pleasure to the Almighty that thou art righteous, or is it gain to him that thou makest thy ways perfect? Will he reprove thee for fear of thee? Will he enter with thee into judgment? Is not thy wickedness great and thine iniquities infinite? For thou hast taken, I think it's like you pronounce it infinite, right? Or infinite. I just say infinite. For thou hast taken a pledge from thy brother for naught and stripped the naked of their clothing. Thou hast not given water to the weary to drink, and thou hast withholden bread from the hungry. But as for the mighty man, he had the earth, and the honorable man dwelt in it. Thou hast sent widows away empty, and the arms of the fatherless have been broken. Therefore snares are round about thee, and sudden fear troubled thee. Or darkness that thou canst not see, and abundance of waters cover thee. Is not God in the height of heaven, and behold the height of the stars, how high they are? And thou sayest, How doeth God know? Can he judge to the dark cloud? Thick clouds are covering to him, that he seeth not, and he walketh in the circuit of heaven. Hast thou marked the old way which wicked men have trodden, which were cut down out of time, whose foundation was overflown with a flood, which said unto God, Depart from us, and what can the Almighty do for them? Yet he filled their houses with good things, but the counsel of the wicked is far from me. The righteous see it, and are glad, and the innocent laugh them to scorn. Whereas our substance is not cut down, but the remnant of them the fire consumeth. Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace, thereby good shall come unto thee. Receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thine heart. If thou return to the Almighty, thou shalt be built up, thou shalt put away iniquity far from thy tabernacles. Then shall lay up gold as dust, and the gold of Ophir as the stones of the brooks. Here the Almighty shall be thy defense, and thou shalt have plenty of silver. For then shalt thou have thy delight in the Almighty, and shalt lift up thy face unto God. Thou shalt make thy prayer unto him, and he shall hear thee, and thou shalt pay thy vows. Okay. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. Okay, Salachia. It's getting cold, you know. It's like what I said, you know, sometimes you think it's warm, it's getting warm, and then all of a sudden you have a day that feels like winter, okay? strange, man. Okay, this Germany is a hell of a uh, uh, bottomless pit, man. Okay. Verse 28, thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. When men are cast down, then thou shalt say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person. He shall deliver the island of the innocent, and it is delivered by the furnace of thine hands. Then Job answered and said, chapter 23, even today is my complaint bitter, my stroke is heavier than my groaning. Oh, that I knew where I might find him, that I might come even to his seat. I would order my cause before him, and fill my mouth with arguments. I would know the words which he would answer me, and understand what he would say unto me. Will he plead against me with his great power? No, but he would put strength in me. There the righteous might dispute with him. So should I be delivered forever from my judge. Salachia. The nose is running. Okay. I can sing while I, fix my nose. How you say that in English? If your nose is running and you do something about it. Okay. There are still much words that I have to learn more. Barak YAHAWAH, Barak YAHAWASHI, Barak YAHAWAH, Barak YAHAWASHI. I know it's sneezing when you do like, you know. Okay, this is my last one here. I need that. Barak YAHAWAH, Barak YAHAWASHI, Barak YAHAWAH, Barak YAHAWASHI. Which the beloved elder YAHAWASHI is coming back, He sings oftentimes. I believe every time, I don't know. I believe when you see him on camera, he sings. At least then. I don't know for sure. Because brothers in America also have a different time than we. Okay, sometimes, you wonder, oh, it's that late, and you see somebody being live and you think like, oh, it's really, really late for that, but, can't. So let's continue. Okay. Verse 8, behold, I go forward, but he is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive him. On the left hand, where he doeth work, but I cannot behold him. He hideth himself on the right hand, that I cannot see him. But he knoweth the way that I take. When he hath tried me, I shall come forth as gold. My foot hath held his steps, his way have I kept, and not declined. Neither have I gone back from the commandment of his lips. I have esteemed the words of his mouth more than my necessary food. But he is in one mind, and who can turn him? And what his soul desired, even that he do it. For he performeth the thing that is appointed for me, and many such things are with him. Therefore am I troubled at his presence. When I consider, I am afraid of him. For God maketh my heart soft. a heart soft, and the Almighty troubled me, because I was not cut off before the darkness, before the darkness, neither had he covered the darkness from my face. Okay, I don't know what's going on there, okay, because you have a lot of big birds at the same place, you know, just flying in circles. Okay, maybe some dead thing or so is there, I don't know, you know, but it reminds me of America really soon, you know, when the vultures are in the air, you know, circling around these human corpses and things like that. Okay, so really, I don't know. You don't see that often. So let's read from chapter 24. Why seeing times are not hidden from the Almighty? Do they that know him not see his days? Some remove the landmarks. They violently take away flocks and feed thereof. They drive away the ass of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox for a pledge. They turn the needy out of the way. The pure of the earth hide themselves together. Behold, as a wild asses in the desert go they forth to their work, rising betimes for a prey. The wilderness yielded food for them and for their children. They reap every one his corn in the field, and they gather the vintage of the wicked. They cause the naked to lodge without clothing, and they have no covering in the cold. They are wet with the showers of the mountains, and embrace the rock for want of a shelter. They block the fatherless from the priest, and take a pledge of the poor. They cause him to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaf from the hungry, which make oil within their walls, and tread their wine presses, and suffer thirst. Men groan out of the city, and the soul of the wounded cried out, yet not laid, not folly to them. They are, verse 13, of those that rebel against the light. They know not the ways thereof, nor abide in the paths thereof. The murderer rising with the light killeth the pure and needy, and in the night is as a thief. The eye also of the adulterer waited for the twilight, saying, no eye shall see me, and disguised his face. Okay, I don't know how to say that word. Disguised his face. In the dark they dig to houses which they had marked for themselves. In the daytime they know not the light, for the morning is to them even as the shadow of death. If one know them, they are in the terrors of the shadow of death. He is swift as the waters, their portion is cursed in the earth. He beholdeth not the way of the vineyards. Drought and heat consume the snow waters, so do it the grave those which have sinned. The womb shall forget him, the worm shall feed sweetly on him, he shall be no more remembered, and wickedness shall be broken as a tree. He evil entreated the barren that beareth not, and doeth not good to the widow. He dwelt also the mighty with his power, he riseth up, and no man is sure of life. Doth it be given to him to be in safety, whereon he rested, yet his eyes are upon their ways. They are exalted for a little while, but are gone and brought low. They are taken out of the way as all other, and cut off as the tops of the ears of corn. If it be not so now, who will make me a liar and make my speak nothing worth? Can you know? So next time we will continue at chapter 25. Okay. So with that, all praises to Yahawah, HASHAM, YAHAWASHI, HASHAM and QADASH. And not to forget, as always, okay, which we should say it in the beginning, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, Shalawam.